So the Fitbit Versa 3 has finally hit the market and we got our hands on it, and it's sporting a lot of new upgrades. A lot of those upgrades are things that Versa fans have been asking for a really long time. But the question really bodes, is there really enough there for an upgrade from a Versa 2 to a Versa 3? We're going to take a look at that in this video with our first impressions of the Fitbit Versa 3. Now, ironically, the Versa holds a very near and dear place in my heart. It's actually the first video that I ever produced on my YouTube channel. I've had every Fitbit Versa from the Versa 1 to the Versa 2 and now the Versa 3. So I'm really excited to take a first look at this Versa 3 to see what it has to offer versus the Versa 2. Now, bear in mind that this is not a full review. I haven't had the watch long enough yet to give an honest and forthcoming review. So really, this is just a first look at some of the things that I've noticed using the watch over the past couple of days. So overall, the design of the Versa 3 is pretty much the same thing that you're getting with the Versa 2. You're still dealing with that same aluminum body with a slightly bigger screen. This time you're getting a 1.5H AMOLED display, 336 by 336 versus a 1.4 inch AMOLED display on the Versa 2, which was 300 by 300. Now, my first impression of the overall build and screen itself of the watch is it feels a lot similar to what you were getting with the Versa 2. I think this one feels a little bit more premium. It feels a little bit more heavier. And if you've watched any of my watch reviews or videos, you know that I appreciate a little bit of weight on my wrist. Versas are usually extremely light. This one is no different. It's not as heavy as you would normally get with like an Apple Watch or a Samsung watch. It's definitely very much a lighter watch, but it still feels premium, if that makes sense. The screens have never really been a problem for me. I think Versa does a pretty good job with the AMOLED displays. Everything is bright, it's vibrant, you're able to read everything just fine. One of the things I always have a problem with is the huge bezels these Versa watches have. This one is actually no different. The screen is just a little bit bigger, but you're still dealing with those huge bezels on all four corners, so the screen feels like it's boxed in just a little. Even though this one does a little bit of a better job making it look like a full screen display, it's not. But overall, I am really satisfied with the build quality and the screen of this watch. Now, one of the things I'm not a fan of is the button is gone. So you were dealing with that one side button on the Versa 2. Now it's replaced with like a capacitive touch base button. And I find that it's either a hit or miss for me with this thing. I press it, sometimes it doesn't work. I press it, sometimes it works inadvertently when I bend my wrist. So I'm not a big fan of the capacitive touch. I'd rather a clicky button. I'm old school in that way. So that is a downside for me. Now, one of the places you're going to see a big jump or a big improvement over the Versa 2 are the different sensors that are actually included with the Versa 3. They've upgraded the amount of sensors, the amount of things this watch can test, check, and keep track of, and I think it's going to make a lot of people happy. For one, now you have a built-in GPS. And that is one of the main complaints of the Versa 2, is that you didn't have a built-in GPS. So if you're ever going on a jog, in order to properly track your jog, you'd have to bring your phone with you. Now you don't. You can actually just track everything directly from your watch. It even has a satellite positioning GPS tracking system that makes it as accurate as possible. And not at all creepy that a satellite is tracking you, but that is definitely something that people have been asking for from the Versa 2, and they went ahead and put it in the Versa 3. Good job, Fitbit. You also have your standard optical heart rate sensor, accelerometer, altimeter, SpO2, ambient light, gyroscope. And overall, from the limited use that I've really had with the watch, I've done some very remedial workouts. I haven't gone for a jog yet. I've done some cardio, some weightlifting, and it does a pretty good job of just tracking everything. But Fitbit always does a pretty good job of just tracking just about any movement or exercise that you can do. The heart rate sensor is a little bit more accurate, and the overall sensors of the Versa 3 versus the Versa 2 just tracks everything just that much better and gives you just a little bit more information that you were getting from the other watch. So like I said, it's definitely an upgrade with the amount of sensors that you have in the watch, and that GPS alone may warrant an upgrade from the Versa 2 to the Versa 3. Now, it also includes Bluetooth 5.0 for better connectivity, and supposedly has a 6-day battery life with a built-in speaker this time also. The Versa 2 didn't have a built-in speaker. This one does, and a 6-day battery life is a pretty long battery life. I'm actually doing a battery challenge. This video is being filmed on day 1, so make sure to check out my YouTube stories to see how long I can actually go without charging this thing again after I've charged it just for 1 day. Using it at all the top settings, we're going to max it out and see exactly how long that battery does last. Like I was saying, you have an improved heart rate monitoring with the Pure Pulse 2.0 technology, and what Fitbit is really saying is that this is probably the most advanced heart rate technology that they put in a smartwatch yet. And one of the cool cool things that it does is it basically during your workout gives you your lows and your high of your heart rate. So you know where your low point of the workout is with your heart rate, and you know when you're going too high in your heart rate, and that thing really does do a good job of just tracking everything. So I'm really going to put it to the test when we go out for a run and see if we can get it to the low, medium, and high rate and see if it does a good job of kind of tracking your heart rate, keeping you in that sweet spot, that burn area of your exercise when you're working out. So like I said, so far with my first impressions of the Versa 3 is that it looks to be a solid upgrade from the Versa 2. They've included a lot of cool new things that Versa fans have been looking for, and you have some really nice tracking sensors included. They've gone all fitness with this watch, but the design again is still really sleek and stylish. It comes with a charger. That has to be said nowadays. Some of these watches don't come with chargers anymore, so it comes with a charger. It comes with an extra band, 6-day battery life, nice design. Screen is pretty cool. They removed the button, which is a pain in the ass, but we'll see if I get used to it over time. All in all, with my first impressions of the Versa 3 is it's not a bad watch, and it looks to be a pretty good upgrade from the Versa 2, but only time will tell. Make sure to stay tuned for our full review after I put it through its paces. But in the meantime, if you have any questions that I can answer, go ahead and comment in the comment section that's down below this video. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you may have. And while you're down there, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe button, and bell for notification. The bell's actually pretty important because it's the only way you guys are going to know when to release some cool, helpful content like this one. Until next time, guys, you can check out actually our full review on the Fitbit Versa 2. I'm going to throw that up on the top, and at the bottom is something that YouTube believes you'd enjoy watching. Guys, thanks so much again for checking out the video, and as always, make sure to stay safe out there. And until I see you next time, peace out. Battery life at like 89% for the first day, so that's not bad.